What is up?
Hey. Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can actually see you too.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
not just a blurry little fan going around. It's an actual live human being. We were beginning to wonder if you were just a figment of some, AI, not real.
I'm a figment of something, but they haven't figured out what yet. Good morning, Viking and Dan and John. How you guys today?
Yeah, we were beginning to wonder. We were going to have a poll and see if you were just some, StreamYards or YouTube AI guy, and you were just a computer and not a real person.
No, I'm real.
Oh, I got a raging headache. I don't know why I'm doing this. Probably because it's just something to do. Busy for the last couple of days.
You didn't answer my question, though.
What's that?
You said it's hump day. Are you humping?
Being humped right up the ass. No. I have not been feeling great. Not that I don't even know. I just feel drawn out, tired. Fucking Monday, I did nothing all day. I literally just binge watched freaking The Expanse. I've been binge watching The Expanse again. And actually, believe it or not, I'm liking it better the second time around.
Good morning, old curmudgeon.
But yesterday, I was like, I gotta go shopping. So I went out shopping. And while I'm shopping, the tree guys call and say, hey, we got time. We're going to come over and do your tree today. I was like, oh.
Figures.
I'm not sick. I just feel blah. Like, I just want to sleep. And freaking all day, they were here. They were only supposed to be here 4 hours. And the dude, he's a guy I've known since junior high school. He went to school with my brother. He's a little bit older than I am, but I've known we hung out in the same circle kind of thing. He was here I'm only charging you for the 4 hours, but we're gonna stay till we're done. They were here almost 8 hours. Ground a bunch of stumps for me, cut some trees down. It was like one of those, sorry your dad passed kind of thing. So they
Good
were
morning, Mike. How's things in Canada?
Oh, they're all guys I grew up with. And walked them through the garage, and they bought a whole boatload of my father's old tools that I got no place to keep.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, they got wicked deals. I'm looking at some of this stuff because I haven't really looked at all this crap I pulled out of the basement and out of my father's van just because I just haven't had time. I'm going through some of the stuff. I bought him these fancy saws and skill saws. He never used them. There was a really nice, not your normal Lowe's, Home Depot. I don't know if people realize, but Hitachi before it became Metabo, or Meadow or whatever the hell it is now, used to have two lines. They had their homeowner line and then they had their professional line. I always bought their professional line, and I had an Hitachi circular saw I bought my father 5 years ago. Never been used. I sold it to the guy for $50. It's probably worth close to $150.
Probably.
But I just need it out of here. And to be honest, I mean, they're all guys. They did me a favor, so it's not like I'm gonna try and screw them.
Well, no, Mike, I'm not worried today.
I'm waiting
I'm
for
not
them to show
worried,
up.
Mike. You can thank Sergio. He sent me a camera.
Yeah, the old Hitachi was good. I don't know about now, because Hitachi is still Hitachi, but Hitachi no longer owns Hitachi. It's all Metabo, HTC, Hitachi Tool Company. So, I mean, the sliding miter box, I don't know if people realize, if you're in construction or anything, but Hitachi came out with the CFS 10, 15 years ago. And it came out right after Makita stopped making their 1310. The Makita 1310 was the big 10-inch, but it had this massive table, and it was heavy as hell. And everyone loved it because it had this massive table. It was stable. It was almost like carrying around a radial arm saw, but it was heavy. So they discontinued it, and all their crap went downhill. I'm sorry, I love Makita, but their chop boxes now are garbage. And Hitachi happened to come out with the CFS 10 right at that time. This is like 15 years ago. And it became the standard, good quality, not overpriced, decent, portable construction guys chop box. Well, they never changed it. Like in 15 years, they have not done a damn thing to it. You can buy one that's 20 years old, and you can buy one right now, and parts are interchangeable. It's exactly the same thing. And I'm hoping Metabo doesn't change it because it's still one of the best chop boxes you can buy. It's the most accurate, best
usually
slider.
The beam counters get involved, and then the tools go downhill.
Well, Metabo's kind of not. That's the one thing they've always been a kind of middle of the road, not great, not bad. You could just buy it and count on it. And they were, they've always been, they're not cheap crap. And there is no, Metabo bought Hitachi Tool Company. Not Hitachi, but Hitachi Tool Company they bought. But they merged. They didn't keep DeWalt and Black & Decker or DeWalt and Black & Decker, but Black & Decker owns DeWalt. Black & Decker owns Porter Cable. Black & Decker owns, and they switched the lines around. Metabo just merged with Hitachi and said, screw that, we're just going to have one company now.
I got a lot of DeWalt stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a... There's certain things DeWalt I really, really like. They have by and far the best portable table saw out there. No ifs, ands, or buts. Most of their cordless crap I won't touch anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just for the money you can get better. For about the same price as the DeWalt, you can get a Milwaukee or a Makita, which are both better.
So what did you think of the Nova hot end?
I think it's nice. I mean, Chris is Chris, and I think he's overcritical of it. I don't think it's all his statements are correct. For some reason I'm thinking he got a Reeboks or something, because every other one of those, that was scratched up and beat up, and that looked like it'd been Reeboks. I have a feeling that was a return or something, which the guy shouldn't have sold unless he stated it was a return. But on that note, and he's right, it was overhyped, but I still think it's a nice hot end. I don't think it's worth any more, and I agree with him. It's not worth any more than a Mosquito or it all depends on what you want. To me, they're all pointless. I have no need for any of those.
Okay, John, take it easy. You're getting risky today.
Yeah, you love polishing your hot end while watching, Chris. We know.
I don't understand the weird shape on the heat block and all the polishing. Yeah, it looks nice, but it really doesn't do anything for function.
Yeah, actually it does. And that's what I got to get to Chris's head is the polishing makes it a shitload easier to clean it. And I'm one of those anal people, even with my sock on it. Like once a month, I pull the sock off and I heat it up. And I literally take like a heavily folded paper towel, like 10 or 12 layers thick so I don't get burned. And I wipe down my hot end and get all the goo off of it. The nozzle, the hot end, and just wipe it off. And it will usually come off. But with the regular aluminum, there's always those little bits of plastic that kind of stick in the little pores and pots. Where if it's polished, like I've got a polished nozzle, I wipe the paper towel over it. It's freaking spotless.
Yeah, but you're just going to put a sock over it and you'll never see it anyway.
Yeah, but it keeps it clean. It keeps the crap from sticking to it as easy. And, the nasty crap you burn eventually builds up and drips down into your Pritt if you leave it there too long. Like these people that run these massive hot ends and they're like, oh, look at this, is great. And they show a picture of it and the thing's just covered in goo. It's like, okay, there's something wrong here. You should at least wipe that thing off once in a while.
Yeah.
For one, it's better for it. It keeps the crap from dripping in there. And
yeah, John's got a good point. You need custom socks to cover it. Has anybody seen any socks for this thing yet?
Well, that's the point of the polishing is you really don't need the sock. You just wipe it off. The sock is there to keep it clean originally. I mean, it does
keep your part cooling fan from
cooling the block down. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a block like that, it's not really that big a deal because that thing is not going to cool down anytime soon. There is a lot wrong with it in the sense of thought pattern. I don't know. Would I buy one? Absolutely not. I have no need for it any more than I use a volcano or a mosquito. I would love a mosquito, but I got no.
And MK8 work great.
I'll never use its capacity, its capabilities. It's just a waste of money.
Michael's got an interesting point. They could put a non-stick coating on it.
Yeah, no, you really can't, because most non-stick coatings off gas, which is what the nozzles are doing, and you don't need to because you can just polish it, and that's what the polishing in chrome is. It's a copper heat block. It's not brass. It's not aluminum. It's copper, from what I understand, and it's got a chrome plating on it, which is their non-stick coating.
I can see the chrome plate.
I think that might just be polished aluminum. I don't think so. I don't have one, so I don't know. I'll have to ask Chris. The whole point of polishing it is to make it so it cleans easier, and it just looks better. I mean,
yeah, it's a sexy looking thing.
Yeah, I mean, even though you're covering 90% of it, it's like anything. I mean, why anodize it red? That is going to get covered because it's there and it looks cool putting it together. And when you take it back apart, and it preserves it. I mean, the aluminum lasts longer when it's anodized.
Although curmudgeon's got a point.
For less.
The ceramic doesn't off gas.
No, ceramic doesn't, that we know of. Although some of the additives to the coating to make the ceramic a coating do. Like they're saying now, some of the pans will off gas if you leave them on the burner, like with nothing on them, just like Teflon. There's nothing wrong with Teflon as long as there's something in the pan to take the heat away. If you just leave a pan of Teflon, a Teflon coated pan on a burner and it starts smoking, you got off gases you don't want to breathe. Ceramic will, the coating, whatever makes the ceramic liquid and stay and smooth out or something off gases or something. I don't know. I don't know the whole details of it, but they're beginning to think that the ceramic coatings for like pots and pans aren't as safe as they were saying they were. Just like, Teflon, which we all still use and don't give a crap about.
Yeah. I'm hungry. Is the food done?
Yeah. I don't want to have to frickin' scrub a pan. The best thing is polished stainless steel. All of my pots and pans are polished stainless steel. You get anything to stick to it, you put it in water, you let it soak overnight, and it'll wipe right the frick out.
Yeah.
Polished stainless steel is like one of the best non-stick surfaces you can get. Not a good hot end, though. Good for pots and pans, not a good hot end.
You should be able to figure out pretty easily about the guy's claim about the speed that it prints at.
Again, like Chris was saying, that doesn't matter. I mean, it's a good claim in the sense of, okay, if I claim I can do 400, if you build a machine that can do it, my hot end will do it. But what makes his any better than the Mosquito or a frickin' V6,
Well, it boils down to how much filament can I melt on the way through that thing. So you have to have an extruder that'll take it to the limit of the heater.
Yeah, that's the hot end. And the extruder, again, that, like you said, the extruder may not be able to push it. It's just a dumb claim to make it sound good.
Then once you get to that point, you have to have a machine that's able of hitting enough speed to drop all that filament.
Yeah, you have to have a machine that's stable enough to hold it all together, not vibrate.
Is that OJ?
Huh?
Is that OJ?
It's like one of those mixed. It's like pineapple, apple
Yeah.
juice, mango, whatever.
Looked a little dark for OJ.
Yeah,
Probably tastes better though.
I like them all. I love juice. I could drink juice all day long. Pretty much any juice. But the only one I really dislike, and I don't know why, because it doesn't taste bad to me. It just tastes funky. It's like mango. I'm not a big mango person. It's all right. I'll drink it if it's there. Guava. I used to have when I was running a big corporate, there was all the Spanish guys, Mexicans, and Puerto Ricans, and
They like that guava.
Brazilians, and they all love that guava mango mixed up and all those weird exotic fruits that we don't really get up here. I mean, I don't dislike any of them. I just don't find them all that appealing. And it's probably because I just never grew up with them, and I'm used to, orange juice and apple juice and pineapple juice and the stuff we're used to.
No, Curmudgeon says he ran the numbers on Teaching Tech's spreadsheet about the hot ends, claim the extruder feed rate was outrageous. I ran some numbers too last night at that
What extruder though?
With the 0.5 nozzle. You'd have to pump through 17.18 millimeters per second through that hot end.
Yeah,
I had to chew through a roll in about 5.2 hours. Cast iron cookware is good. I got a buddy down here that does flea markets and stuff like that, and he buys up all kinds of cast iron stuff, and some of the old stuff is really collectible. You should see the prices he gets for that stuff.
I got glass top stove, so I really don't like the cast iron. I do like it if I was using gas.
Yeah, I got glass top too.
I love the glass top. It is a little bit of a learning curve when you come off of gas because of the way it heats up. It's a little slower heating up, and it's a lot slower cooling down.
Yeah.
So you got to learn. You have to learn what temperatures you want heated up, and then hold that temperature. But I much prefer the gas or glass top over gas.
So,
for cleanliness, it's easier to clean.
You still there, Viking? You still going to go Nova on the Emir?
I've got no problems with the Nova hot end. From what I've seen, I just think it's a little overpriced, but it is a small little company, so you're always going to, just like the Mosquito. I think the Mosquito could be a lot cheaper, but it's better machining, it's better, size. It's made in the U.S. It's not a cheap Chinese thing. Even my well, it's not there anymore. The little guy's up front again. I know you guys didn't even notice the little big orange ones down there. The Himeros, for all their engineered English and everything, they're still Chinese stuff. They have everything manufactured in China, pretty much. I don't think they manufacture anything in house. Not mass production, anyways. I think they do all their prototyping in house.
Vietnam's got some cheap labor too.
The Nova is about $50 more than a V6 with a.
It's got a lot of work into it. All the machining and the blended corners and the polishing and the plating and.
Yeah, no, it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a beautiful hot end. It's gorgeous. I think it'll function just fine. I think it'll do, at least, its claims will do whatever it does, and it's probably more than any of us will ever need from it.
Probably.
The two things I don't like about it is the very limited nozzles, and I'm very picky about my nozzles. And actually, I don't use, well, this has actually got a 12 tool steel, but most of mine are I went to the micro Swiss coated. I find they actually transfer heat better, and as long as I'm not, they're coated so they hold up to some abrasive materials, but I'm not running like carbon fiber and crap through them constantly, so I'm not worried about the coating wearing off.
Well, those Nova nozzles got to be a little bit weak because with a 5 millimeter thread and a 1.87 bore on the inside, the delta between the 5 minor diameter and that bore going through the center, they took half a mil of wall off on either side.
I don't think that's a big deal with that. It's a specialized nozzle. You can only get them through him. Which is, I don't mind specialized, stuff to some point to innovate, but there's really nothing innovating about that hot end. It's just like every other hot end with, with a few extras added. There's nothing
around the outside.
A really fancy V6 when you get right down to it. It's the same general concept throughout the thing. It's a E3D V6, with a volcano freaking hot end on it that's been polished to crap when you get right down to it. I mean, sure, there's, he re-engineered it a little bit, but that's the general layout of it. There's nothing new there. You know what I mean? There's nothing innovating about it. Is it again? Would I take one if someone freaking handed me one? I'd take it in a heartbeat. I want one. Will I spend $175 for one? No. And the crap, some of the crap that Chris was beating on, like the wiring. I don't give a crap about the wiring. I don't want the first thing I do when I get a hot end is I snip all that wiring off and I put a plug on it. So That's like stupid because I don't know too many people that run a fresh wire all the way back. Almost everybody now puts a plug on their hot end so they can. They don't have to pull that wiring out and rerun it and rehook it to the board, and you just plug it in and you're done.
Yeah. I'll bring it up again in a little while, old curmudgeon. Give me a chance to belch or to whip down a little more coffee. I'll bring it up again. At least it's still working.
I don't know. I think it's a nice hot end. I do think it's overpriced. I think the Mosquito's overpriced in the sense of I don't need it. You know what I mean? I'll never use its capacity or its capabilities. I have no need for it. Would I love a Mosquito or a Nova? Sure. I'd take one in a heartbeat and I'd slap it on a printer and I'd run the crap out of it. But the point of its expense, I will never use. I can use any old cheap MK8 and it works just fine. A properly set up MK8 and not just one of them cheap $12 extruder heads that you can buy off of eBay, but a properly set up MK8 is just as good as a V6.
I'm happy with MK8s and V6s.
Yeah. I got rid of my V6s. I didn't really like the V6. I didn't think it was all that great. I got more jams in that thing than I did in anything.
Usually use the JST connectors, old curmudgeon. They make them in a couple of different sizes, but usually for a heater cartridge, you need a little bit bigger wire. So you got to use like a 2 millimeter spacing on the JST plug?
Yeah, I don't use JST. I use the XT30s.
XT30s, huh? I haven't seen those.
It's pretty much what's on everything now. That's what all the enders are.
I'll have to look at those. I use the 60s down below in places.
Yeah. I use a 60 or a 90 even on the bed because it's carrying more juice, and I use the MK30s or XT30s on the hot ends. All my hot ends are XT30s. I use them because I have them for my RC cars too.
Good morning, Mr. B. How you doing today?
I already have the plug because those are all XT30s. All my RC quadcopters and cars all run XT30 now.
I'll look into that next time I'm swapping around up in the hot end.
Yeah. The only thing you have to be careful with is you want to get, there's two kinds. There's the original, which is fine, but they have a new black one that's a high temp plastic,
Ah,
and it's a lot. It's not even that much more expensive. It's about twice the price, but I buy like 10 of them for like $12 instead
yeah.
of 10 of them for $6, kind of thing. And they're worth it. They're a tighter fit. They clip better. They have a better connection. It seems. I mean, I've never put a meter on it to see if the connection's actually any better, but
Yeah, good tip.
yeah, the XT60 is on the bed. I use an XT30 on all my hot ends because it's easy and makes it so I can switch them out. Because most of my hot ends, I don't now, but most of my hot ends, I built multiple hot ends. Like my my MK8 here, I have 4 hot ends, all built: heaters, block, heat break, nozzle, and they all have a different nozzle. And that way, if I want to change the nozzle, I don't have to heat it up, change the nozzle, and do all that. All I do is drop the whole unit, unplug it, slap a new one in there, set my height, and I'm off and running. So I can go from a 4mm to a 0.4 to a 0.6 or a 0.8 or a 0.3 in like 5 minutes. I can switch it over.
Yeah, I want to get more of mine set up like that. I kind of like the breakout board on the Chiron.
Yeah, whatever. It just neatens it up. It's just one more connection as far as I'm concerned.
It's the same thing as putting a plug in. It's just there's a breakout board there.
It's just putting 2 plugs in, because now you're taking a board and you have a plug in here and a plug in here instead of just having the one plug. You're basically you're putting 2 plugs where you really only need one. It just makes it neater and easier and faster, which I'm totally for as long as it all works. But it is just one more connection the power juice has to feed through. It's not a big deal for the hot end.
Well.
Anyway, I did do a test scan for that thing. It does not have all the stuff I want on it. And it's kind of just the single big blower, not wrap around or anything. But I think I'm going to slap this on there and see if it works. Oh, I didn't slap it on there because I don't know if I have screws for it. Oh, you dumbass.
You got screwed on hump day.
I got screwed on hump day. I got screws loose. Let's see if I can find something long enough. Let's look in this box first, although this box is getting kind of sparse on its occupants. But it looks like right here, right off the bat, now I need one of those pliers or something because I can't get my fat ass fingers into here and grab anything. Is that long enough? All through this and all the way through that. And then grab. I think that is.
No, that was the pharmacy, old curmudgeon. The wife's got a prescription ready.
Yep, I got to do that for Mom, too. I went yesterday. They called and said, oh, your prescription's are ready. So I went there yesterday. That's why I went shopping yesterday. I was going to put it off until today. I really didn't feel like shopping yesterday because I wasn't feeling great. I was like, oh, I'll go shopping tomorrow. And then the pharmacy called and said, oh, your prescriptions are ready. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go shopping since they're literally in the same parking lot. And got there and it's like, oh, we only have 2 of the 3. We don't have the third one. We were short stock. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Freaking put it off another day.
Speaking of feeling great, how's the Viking doing today?
I don't know. How is Viking doing today?
Hey, take it easy, Michael. Have a good day.
Got a job. What the hell is a job?
What's something to do with that damn 4-letter word? WORK.
I'm always working. Just don't get paid for it.
Oh, I picked up a job yesterday, a design job and a print job.
doesn't quite fit perfectly lined up. What the hell did I do wrong? Oh, I know what I did wrong. I still think I can make it work. It's close enough.
No, it's kind of like in them TH3D fans that Tim was talking about with the dual ball bearings.
What, just regular everyday fans, these things?
Yeah, blower fans that had dual ball bearings. Yeah, Viking doing okay, but the batteries are a little low.
Yeah, it's about how I've been for the last couple of days. Okay, why isn't that?
Get some raw spinach and a little olive oil and a little bit of breadcrumbs and some Parmesan cheese and munch that on a little balsamic vinegar. Munch that down. That'll put juice in your battery.
That's not food. That's what food eats.
Okay.
Vegetables are not food. They're what food eats.
Hey, good morning, North Carolina. How you doing, Sean? Good morning, Tanya.
Oh, come on. You'll go in there. I got to redesign this thing, but that's all right. Is that feeding in there? Feels like it is. Sure it is.
Sean, did the water in North Carolina go down yet? You guys got some rain, didn't you?
Yeah, you see the freaking dam that blew out up in, where was it, Michigan or wherever?
2 of them.
2 of them? Like I said, I haven't been watching the news lately, so been avoiding it with a passion. Avoiding the news because it's just freaking news. I'm just tired of news. But it's good to see there's other catastrophes besides coronavirus. That sounds good. That didn't really come out right, but you got what I said, man.
Yeah, well, the news is frustrating. Still raining in North Carolina, forecasted for at least the next 2 days. Good Lord. Get the pontoon boat ready. Oh, you think Tanya's a troll?
Maybe. Are they posting trollish stuff? Anyone want a snap? What the hell is snap? Is some kind of porno thing?
Snapchat, maybe?
I guess. Are you just a troll, Tanya?
Sergio, good morning. Not raining up there today? Sergio, out working outside?
This is not going to reach in there, is it? Gonna need some glasses and some light.
Old fart.
Yep, that would be me. Geezerific.
Geezerific, okay. Okay, Viking.
Okay, can I line that up? I should have done this one first.
So, Viking, you enjoyed that video I sent you yesterday? What it looks like around where I live? Lots of water, lots of palm trees, lots of boats.
Okay.
Sean Butler, you back in Cherry Point yet, or are you still doing things from home? And how's R2D2 doing?
All right, I got the grab. Woohoo! That was not easy. All right, it's on there. Not the best looking thing I've ever done, but not the worst either. I just got to figure out how I'm going to wire it in there. Probably should have done that before I screwed it up.
Probably.
Oops! Actually, I think I got the right plug on there already. I do. Just a really big long wire, which I can just tuck into that wire. And this thing doesn't have any wire support right now because I didn't design it into it this time, because that was just a demo one to see if I got it right in heights and crap, which I guess I'm pretty close because it's darn close to the nozzle, but it is about a millimeter or so off the bed. Oh,
So you're going over to Camp Lejeune. That's going to be a hike for you, isn't it?
My head's spinning just from doing that.
Yes, red light. Sergio was nice enough to send me a new cam, and it's up and working, and it's actually clear.
And he's not pointing at the world fan. Look, I have my glasses right here. What is wrong with me? Just doing that, dude's got my head like spinning.
Not enough rum.
Maybe too much rum. I bought vodka yesterday.
Well, drink the opposite of rum, then it'll spin the other way and balance out.
That's kind of my plan. I went to the package store. I bought the guys who did all my trees some beers, at the end of the day.
Nice guy.
And I always do. Got to do it. It's funny because half of them didn't drink, which was even... Can't imagine tree guys not drinking back, 20, 30 years ago. Now none of them want to drink. And even the ones that do drink are like, I'll only have one. Back in the day, we all used to sit down and drink a six-pack in about an hour and be like, yeah, let's go to the bar. Now everything's the opposite. But anyways, I was there, and I love the absolute Mandarin. But I hate buying a bottle of it because I'll drink it like once a year. And I'll make a drink out of it. And I make a cranberry juice. The absolute Mandarin has to be the absolute Mandarin. It's a different flavor than all the other orange vodkas. And I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. Cranberry juice and a splash of lime juice in it. Oh my God, is that good? That is my summer drink.
Sounds good.
It is good. But you can't just use, like I've tried it with the Finlandia and a few of the other orange flavored vodkas. And they are not the same as the absolute Mandarin. There's something about that particular flavor that goes really good with the lime juice. It is freaking tasty.
All right.
Well, it's all built. Should I just plug it in and give it a shot?
I'm looking forward to Tim at TH3D's stream on the Chiron.
Why?
Because I got one.
I love Tim, but he is so... Although I only watched parts of it, but he did the Big Tree Tech Boards the other night, like, I don't know, a week ago or 3 days ago, whatever it was. I kind of fast forwarded through it, so I probably missed a lot of what he was saying, but toward the end, he was saying he was actually kind of impressed from the, he was surprised how well they were holding up and how much juice they were putting through. And
yeah, his pet peeve was that they claim that they label the chip as one thing, but it's really not, even though it performed okay.
Yeah. Well, the stream title is there MOSFET real or is it just a piece of crap? And I guess he was putting juice through them and they were not, they heat up like anything, but they were not getting overly hot, depending on, again, under normal operation, juice pull, draw, whatever. They seem to be doing all right. Who's all here anyways? Red Light, Don. What's up, Don? Red Light, Old Curmudgeon, Sean, Mike. Mr. Never Let the Machines Win. Sean, who left. Did he leave? Mr. Butreon.com. Viking. What else is here? Oh, Sergio's here. Hey, Sergio. I haven't really been paying attention to chat. Some porn chick, Tanya.
Sergio's probably gone. He's working today.
Little curmudgeon. I already went over that. Michael Castle. He left too, didn't he? Yep. John Mack. I'm just scrolling back. I don't even remember who I've already said. Anyway, what's up, all you people that are foolish enough to waste your time listening to me and well, actually Jimmy babble. He's done more babbling today than I have.
For change. Yeah, Viking, they worked okay. They heated up a little bit more, but it looks like they did the job. He was just pissed that they were using Bubba Fett's instead of Baba Fett's.
Whatever the fuck the difference is.
Star Wars joke.
Yeah, okay. I got that part of it. It was just whatever. Oh boy, I need to redesign that proper freaking cooling fan thing. It looks like it'll work. It's kind of. I actually lined it up on the nozzle pretty good, even though I kind of guessed, just to get it on there.
Has anybody seen that Nova hot end? Do they have different size nozzles available, or is it just the one size?
No, they got like 2 or 3. I think they got a point. If I remember correctly, I looked. I think they got a 0.25, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, an 8, and a 1. And they've got 2 different materials too. They got their standard, and then they got a better. They're both like copper coated, but they're one slightly better or harder or
wear resistant.
Yeah. It's a Sergio. It's a masked man. Oh no. We're
Hey,
Rob.
good morning.
What's going on?
No, you cannot rob us.
Here's what we're doing. Doing duct work. And
You cheater, just slapping it in the ceiling, not even freaking hiding it behind the sheetrock, just making them box it in.
All right,
that's right. This
don't
is a
forget
very
the
old
duck.
house.
Why aren't you doing high pressure? Do the little 4-inch or 3-inch tube there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's quite a job. I'm gonna leave you guys because my other 2 helpers just got here, and we're getting ready to haul the condenser up on the roof.
Cool. Have fun with
Careful.
All right, guys. See y'all later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, bye.
When Chris was doing his stream, I asked him to measure across the flats on the nozzle. He said, yeah, 6 millimeter. Then he tries to put a hex drive on it. Of course it won't. It won't fit. I want to know if a 6 millimeter wrench fit on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And stuff like that, like the stuff he's bitching about, not having tools, and that's all minor. And again, I almost don't want the tools because everything else has come with tools, and I've got so many stupid little, itty bitty Allen keys, and I don't want any more of that crap. Put it this way: anyone that's taking a hot end like that and installing it pretty much should have all the tools already, or they really shouldn't be using that hot end. That's my attitude toward that. If you don't already have the tools to install something like that, you probably shouldn't be installing it because you don't know what you're doing. I mean, I get the thing, everybody, Creality gives you the tools with all their their printers now and all that crap. But, a Creality is a starter printer. The Nova hot end, the Mosquito, all of those are not starter hot ends. Those are, knowledgeable people hot ends, if that makes sense. Experienced user hot ends. They are not something for the novice.
Mr. B says only 3 sizes.
Should have the tools.
A .33? That's weird.
Is that all they have?
5
They had a
and a
0.8.
1. All brass nozzles? Nothing wear resistant, Mr. B?
Well, they're all coated, even the brass.
Yeah, but if you're running glitter or glow in the dark
the
or
0.25 with the 5 and the 1 and hardened.
255 and a 1 in the hardened. Thank you.
Well, I got a wire in the freaking body fan too. God damn it. Just not in the mood for that crap. I need to just design stuff and then hire someone else to all just figure it out how to make it work. I'll design it, make it all pretty, and you figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, I have more fun designing than I do installing.
Yeah, I go back and forth. It's weird. Like right now, I'm not in the mood to do either. My brain is just so cooked. But I actually like building them and figuring it out. And what I don't like is I'm better at doing the base idea and going, yeah, this will make it work, and then letting somebody else like fine tune the crap out of it. I want to get it close, and then I kind of give up. I'm really good at getting things started and getting them working, and almost never finishing.
I like the fine tuning.
I hate the fine tuning. It always pisses me off because I never get it where I want it.
I got a design job today for somebody that wants to make this gizmo that sits over the top of a step ladder to hold tools and stuff, and it's going to be
a painter's hook.
Say again?
A painter's hook?
No, it's a whole tray.
Yeah, they got those too.
Yeah,
you can buy those like $12 at Home Depot.
They want to make one? They want to hire me to design it? Okay, here we go.
Well, if they have specifics they want it to hold in a certain way, yeah. It's just like a standard standoff. I can't imagine anyone not using a ladder. If you're using a ladder on a house and you don't have the standoffs on it, you're a freaking moron. I mean, ladders should just come with standoffs now. It should just be standard. Corner standoffs, God, those are the best thing ever designed. If you work on, if you ever did siding, anyone that's got a corner standoff, oh my God, do those things save the day.
Most of the guys use ladder jacks.
Yeah. Ladder jacks work, but you still use the standoff to hold it off the house.
Yep.
You get right up against the house trying to do this. You actually are working here. And it gives you a wider spread, so you're more stable.
Yep.
And again, if you're at a corner, you use a corner bracket, which most people don't even know exists. They actually have standoffs that wrap around the corner and hit both walls and lock you in. So your ladder comes up to the corner, and you can do corner posts. That's what they're for, so you can do the corner posts. What was I doing up at 1 a.m.? I was listening to you dumbasses babble is what I was doing. No, the tree guys came yesterday. I worked with them until about 4 o'clock, and when I got done, I was so exhausted, I fell right to sleep. I didn't wake up till about 8, made dinner, and I watched another episode of The Expanse after you guys went off. I couldn't sleep. And I was still up. I got up late today. I got up at 5:30 instead of 5. Which is probably why I'm drawn out and got a headache now, is because I only got about 3 hours sleep last night. But I woke up fine. I wasn't all exhausted because, again, I slept probably 4 or 5 hours during the evening last night, yesterday. Yeah, like I said, I got a good nap in late afternoon, so I wasn't all that tired. I am now.
That's one thing that's missing on them smartphones. You should be able to download a nap.
Download a nap?
Yes. Hit a few buttons and
nap. You know, you almost can because they have like these break timers now for people that work in cubicles and never see the outside. They can tell them what time it is, and you should take a break now or take a nap now, or so you almost can download an app. The ocean sound apps where you get the little stupid whatever background noise apps.
Thanks for the rim shot, old curmudgeon.
Rim shot, yeah. Oh boy, I gotta put laundry out on the line.
You got some nice weather up there today?
It's all right. You knew you were watching the weather up here. This weekend, they said this week was gonna be miserable. We were gonna have rain every day for like 7 days straight. Well, a high pressure system came in from up north, and all that rain is sitting over New Jersey, and it is freaking gorgeous here. It's cool. I mean, it's still only like 50 degrees out. I still got the windows open because it's sunny and beautiful. There's a very light breeze. It's kind of a hazy sun. It's not like clear. It's wicked humid, although it's actually not now. It was more humid this morning. It's only 41% humidity now outside. It's almost as much inside. But it's freaking beautiful as far as I'm concerned. Consider it was supposed to rain every single day for the next 7. Now they're saying we're not going to see any rain till maybe Friday night, because I guess
got to have rain for the weekend.
South, huh?
Got to have rain for the weekend.
Nah, although I wouldn't mind it. All the dumbass people coming down from up north trying to go to the beaches, and the freaking big state signs are up saying the beaches are closed. Although we opened restaurants today. Connecticut opened restaurants today. You can actually go to a restaurant and sit down.
We opened up gyms here, but not movie theaters yet.
Yeah.
Hey, morning, Robbie Mac.
What up? Holy crap, Jimmy has a face-ups.
Yep, the mug has a mug.
Yep.
But no mohawk.
No mohawk. Yeah, he's a skinhead now. He's not even a mohawk.
No, I got too much hair. I needed a haircut before all this crap started. And they're just so damn busy down here. I don't even want to go near them.
So I got the height just about freaking perfect on that thing. Might even be a little too high. Yeah, it's probably going to blow on the block pretty heavily. But that's all right. It's got a sock on it. It can handle it. So, if I basically cut that edge off from the old Humera mount, that's actually my Humera. You guys can't see it. But I took the Humera mount and made it, and you still can't see it. I took my Humera fan duct mount and just modified it for that printer real quick, just so it would screw on there and go down to the nozzle just to see if my layout was correct. And it is. So, I need to add a wire strain relief onto it because it needs one. And it's easier to just put it on there and make the air ducts multiple, not just one big massive blast on the nozzle. Have it come from a few different directions. So it covers everything. It probably covers everything pretty good right now. Well, let's do that. Actually, you know what? If you keep these guys company for 10 minutes, I'm going to go put my laundry outside.
Have a ball.
Right?
Hey, good morning, London. How you doing over there?
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. You have the old Jimmy dude for freaking 10 minutes, all by himself. It's the Jimmy Show.
No, I don't do too much drinking anymore, old curmudgeon. Talk about it a lot, but I used to be way too good at it. The thing I used to hate about Connecticut weather, it would drizzle or mist, and it would do it sometimes for days. And at the end of it all, you got about the same amount of rain as we do down here in about 5 minutes. I used to hate that part. We did get a little rain down here, though, which was nice. We need it bad. It's fire season, drought season down here. They got quite a few fires going. They got one about 30 miles south of me. It's 8,600 acres. And the houses are all dispersed here, there, and all woods in between, and they're having a hell of a time with it. I wonder what I got for weather today. Let's take a look. What's in the news? 8,250 acre brush fire still going. They're bringing in bulldozers to get fire lines going. Let's see what the weather's doing. Spotty rain today. Afternoon thunderstorms for the rest of the week, except tomorrow. Inland storms. Looks like rainy season's starting a week or two early. What's going on today? Come on, computer. There we go. Wake up. Well, no chance of rain. High about 87. Nice and sunny this afternoon. That's nice. A little bit of a breeze. Oh, another scammer. Hello. Oh. Low 80s in London. Wow. That's a nice day. 16C in Norway. That ain't too bad. And Sean's getting all the rain today. Well, Sean, I wish you could send some of that rain here. We're about the driest county in Florida right now. Hopefully that gets fixed later this week. Yeah, I'm used to inches, old curmudgeon. Spent way too much time, too many decades working in inches. I can do millimeters, but doing some work on my Chiron today. I don't like the way the spool holder is, and the wires going up to the X gantry. I'm working on putting in a cable chain to keep them guys corralled. On about the 5th or 6th iteration of the parts. Keep tweaking them and changing things, and that's the way it goes. You working on your mirror today, Viking? Doing some fusion? Getting some modeling done? I wonder what Nerese is going to do on his stream today. Hope he has a printer. I like when he does printers. Left-hand lug nuts. Don't use too many left-handed threads. Sometimes. Yeah, some of the cars got a mix on them. Drive you crazy. So what's up with the change of jobs, Sean Butler? Doing the same type thing up at Lejeune as you were at Cherry Point, or something different? Couldn't find a left-handed spanner. You know, the shame of that is there's probably a lot of people out there that believe that exists. Some of the youngins around here don't know the difference between a straight blade and a Phillips head screwdriver. Going from a GS9 IT to a GS11 IT. Ah. So that's an upgrade then. Sounds good. Yeah, old curmudgeon, it's a knuckle buster. I worked in a lot of gas stations. I never saw left-hand threads on lug nuts. Must have been before my time, Mike.
A spanner.
It spans the distance.
Spans the distance. I'm guessing.
The big upgrade. Oh, good. Now you can build two R2-D2s.
A left-handed spanner. It's called flip it over. Right-handed spanner, left-handed spanner. Oh, crap.
Ah, so that's the difference. That makes it easy.
It's which hand you hold it in. Left-handed board stretcher.
Yeah. Oh, that big of an upgrade. You're going to pay somebody to build it. So, with that upgrade in pay, I sense a few more printers coming along.
I love these things except for this one. This has been plugged in like a freaking week now, and it's still green. There's some orange in there, but it's still green.
I got one of those.
And it's all hot. I got a bunch of these. I use them in my filament boxes. and they work great. This is the only one I'm having this problem with. I plugged it in and it turned greener. It didn't turn orange. Usually it turns orange within like 4 or 5 hours. And this one's all green. Well, if I shake it up, it's actually getting more and more orange. I wonder if it's just the ones that were at the window. That's weird. I don't know, I'm going to let it sit for a bit. It's really dry out, so I shouldn't even need the heat. See if it just dries out just being out. Who knows? I don't. I am not a chemical color freaking scientist. You know what I want, though? Check this idea out. Here in New England, as anyone knows, it gets cold. And you have window shades. I have, the little cheapo blinds. And they're usually white or black. And you put black ones up in the winter, and you put them down, and they absorb sun and heat the window during the day. And in the summer, you put white ones up so it reflects the sun because it's freaking hot and humid. They make that color-changing paint that at like 75 degrees, it goes from black to white.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like the coffee cups that change color when you add hot water to them. That's how they work.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if I can get a can of that crap in spray paint style and take my blinds outside and spray paint one side of them. So when it's summertime, it'll be white. And when it gets cold, it turns black. Free heat.
Not a lot, but some.
Oh, it actually adds up in the wintertime pretty heavily.
It's the only problem in the wintertime in Connecticut, the sun don't shine much.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. It still heats up. Like I can put my hand right here and it's warm just in that corner. It's not hot, but it's definitely warmer than over here. And it's just the corner where the sun's hitting the corner of the cabinet. I mean, granted, the sun's up a little higher, and now I've got a big old freaking hole in the trees over there. Holy crap.
Took your shade away?
A lot, especially on this room. It's like a direct beeline now from the sun into this room from the trees that are gone. Do you see all them trees they took down? You don't do social media, do you? They took out a boatload of trees. I think there was 12 total. I mean, shouldn't say that. It was really only 4 trees. The rest of them were like, little
Good morning, Ricky. How you doing in Tennessee there?
crap boxes. Nope.
Robbie Mack's got a good idea.
What's that?
Just paint one side of the shade black, and then when you want the black side, you flip it over the roll at the top.
I thought about that, but then you have to flip it, and it only becomes one side. I'd rather just paint the one side because I like it down where the light still shines through it, if that makes sense, but it stops the bulk of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know how you can flip them up or down so the light goes through, or if you flip it up, the light's completely stopped, or if you flip it down, blah, blah, blah. And then you got to dick with it. I'd like to just leave them and have it just change color whenever I want it to. I like the idea of it changing color. God damn it.
Or you could get the mini blinds and just paint one side black, leave the other side white.
That's what I'm saying, but that's painted. I don't want to paint one side black. I want to have it automatically turn to black. Because that would be much more fun. I like the idea of the automation of it. Other than that, you paint one side black and you always get overspray and blah, 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 pain in the ass. I mean, if you get them pre-made that way. I don't know why they don't, to be honest with you. It makes total sense for this area.
Well, there's very few days down here where I need heat. I think we ran the heat maybe 5-6 times tops here this winter.
Yeah, you'd be almost better off with chromed ones, so it completely
That's
reflects.
In my printer room, that's why it's dark in here. I'm the furthest room from the air conditioner, and I'm dead south getting all the sun. So I put up the insulation with the shiny foil on it in the windows. Keeps this room a lot cooler.
Yeah, well, it's not only you're reflecting it, but you're downright insulating the window. So
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1.
that's not a bad deal. Oh, I got a wire in the case fan too. I really don't feel like doing that. Just not in the mood. I should do it though and just get it done and over with.
So to get your power line all straightened out, it's not going to come down in the storms.
Hopefully. A lot of freaking wood out there. A lot of wood chips. Holy crap. I mean, I knew, I've done this stuff enough where I knew, but I did not expect that much wood chip. I have 2 piles of wood chip. One of them I kind of spread out already, but it's still pretty big. One of them's like almost 8 feet tall and probably 10 or 12 feet around.
Damn, that's a pile.
Yeah. And he brought that's just from my house. The first one that he brought was already in the truck, and he's like, I have to go to the dump to dump it. I said, no, bring it here. I'll use it out in the yard. He's like, what? I said, dude, I got plenty of places to spread it. Just bring it.
Bring it on.
Like, all right. Saves me, $20 for not having to go to the dump and dump it.
Yeah.
I'm like, anytime you want to come, because I got this used to be a sand pit. So out front, there's a big dug trench where they dug the sand out. And we've been filling it with twigs and branches and crap forever. 50 years we've been living here. And I told him, anytime you want to dump wood chips, just come up here and dump them. Try and get them as far down into the pit as you can, but just dump them right on top of all that branches, because I'd much rather see the wood chip than all that, rotten little branch and leaves. And, I'll just dump it as far down as you can, and I'll spread it out. I want it. I was like, all right, I'll start bringing it here.
I learned a hard-learned lesson with the wood chippers. Always feed the fat end in first.
Yeah, no, really? Always stand to the frickin' side, too.
Yeah, that was lesson number 2.
It says it right on the side of them things now. Stand to the side when you feed it. I made that mistake once standing in the middle.
So did I.
It grabbed luckily it wasn't that thick of a branch, but it grabbed the trunk of the branch, and I was standing there. Of course, it starts feeding it, and it kicked sideways, and it slapped me right up the side, knocked me right on my ass.
I had a chunk spit back out, about 6 inches around and maybe a foot long. It came out of there so fast and hit me in the knee, took my feet and whipped them right up over my head. I did a 270 right onto the ground.
Yeah, most people don't realize we're not talking about the little homeowner wood chipper. We're talking these, the one they had here ran off of V6 freaking Chevy motor, for crying out loud. I mean, it really wasn't, but it kind of looked like that.
Yeah, we had one with
pretty sure it's like a 300 horsepower motor. And we were feeding small trees into it. Like they cut down the smaller trees and they weren't even branching them or nothing. They just feed the whole frickin' tree right into it. I like them wood chips, though. I want more of them in the yard. Cover up all the crap. Kill off all the briars and the frickin' poison ivy, and you just bury it in 3 to 6 inches of that crap. Nothing will grow in there unless you plant it.
Not for a year or 2 anyway.
Yeah, at least. Especially with that, because that's big chip. It's not like your store-bought. That thing puts out 6, 8-inch long chips. Big stuff. That's bigger than the one we were using at the state. We had the hurricane there, 10 years ago, 12 years ago? That's when I started working at the state park. I worked at Rocky Neck for years and years and years during the summer. After the hurricane, nobody was doing anything. So the state hired everybody and bought a whole bunch of them big wood chippers. And that's all we did for like 6 months was go up and down the state parks and take out all the branches and cut up all the wood. That's the one cool thing about this state. Check this out. All the state parks in Connecticut, all their like benches and kiosks and all that stuff made out of wood are made out of wood from the state park. Connecticut has its own state wood mill, and when a tree comes down in the state, they clean it up and branch it, but the trunk goes up to the mill, and they make picnic benches and all the little seats and all the kiosks with the signs in them. All of that is made out of wood from the state parks.
Why not?
I think that's awesome. That's an awesome way to do it. Probably not saving a freaking penny because it probably costs more money to ship that wood around and, run the mill and everything, but
probably.
At least you're not wasting it.
Why don't you get more guys in the state employees union?
Well, the problem is now that I actually wanted to go up there, but I couldn't because of my leg crippleness. I would have stayed with the state if I could have gone up there. They can't get anyone to work in the mill. They're talking about shutting it down now because no one will work there.
Yeah, probably hard to get another job with that on your resume.
Well, it's just, for one, it's just freaking loud. I mean, this is no little mill. It's a 12-blade board cutter mill. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those, but they're big, like 6-8 foot tall circular saw blades, and you set them at a certain height and you feed the log through and it just cuts the boards. It's not like one of those, little homeowner-y chainsaw ones that, you feed the chainsaw or the saw blade down and it cuts the board and then you bring it back and cuts the board. No, you just feed the log through and out pop freaking 10 or 12 boards. It's a multi-blade unit and it is freaking loud. And, it's dangerous and it's grunt work and they don't pay a whole lot. I think they start at like $20 an hour, which sounds like a lot, but when you're doing that, it really ain't. And then having to be stuck in that mill for 8 hours a day, 6 and 7, or 5 and 6 days a week.
Have a good day, Dan.
Yeah, you can lose fingers, all right. It's mostly crane and backhoe work. They got a mini crane there for picking up the logs and putting them on the mill and hauling the wood around. And it's not easy work. It's grunt work. It's definitely.
Yeah, but once you get hired in with the state, it's almost impossible to get fired.
Oh, no. Not here.
Down here it is.
Although there's people that should be fired that they don't because they're worried about frickin' the union. But there's a couple of idiots down here full time that were. If you're part time, they hire and fire like crazy. If you get into the full time, you're right. But you get full time, you got to pass all the tests. Connecticut's got like this freaking exam you have to take to be a full time employee for the state parks. You have to know all kinds of stupid crap that's absolutely pointless.
Okay.
Maybe it's okay because it's turning orange now. Maybe it just needed to heat off to turn orange again. Never seen that though. Usually when it's plugged in, I look at it, it's bright orange, and I'm just like, okay, it's done. It's kind of bizarre. It is freaking gorgeous out. Oh crap! I got a real estate agent coming in an hour. Forgot about that.
For what?
We have to have an assessment of the property after my father passed.
Oh, okay.
Transfer from his name to the estate name. He just walks around and says, "Yes, there's a piece of property here in I think we're paying them a couple $100 and saying, yes, there's a piece of property here. There's a house, there's a garage, and it's approximately an acre and a third or an acre and a half or whatever the hell it is. It's, my guesstimate value is said this. That's a good breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
It's supposed to be lunch. I love ice cream sandwiches. I used to home make them with like real life cookies and put ice cream in the middle and freeze them. They are really good. If you use a chocolate chip ice cream or a chocolate chip cookie, you bake them really thin and you put freaking ice cream in the middle and then you freeze it. Oh, so yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Used to make my own ice cream back in the day. Used to have one of them stupid little Ronco ice cream makers or whatever it was back in the 70s and 80s. Vodka and Wheaties. No. Can't do that no more. 30, 40 years ago, I would have done it. Not no more. I start drinking now, I'll be fast asleep in an hour.
It's in the mail, old curmudgeon.
Out like a light. Especially if I do like the one or two drinks. There's nothing worse for me than, let's just have one or two. If I keep drinking, I'm all right. If I just have one or two and then I stop, it's like, ooh, crash. I'm fast asleep.
Might be a good day for that.
I don't really drink that much anyways. I was thinking that if he might come and I'll do that walk around with him for half an hour or whatever it takes. I might be taking a big, long afternoon nap. And I might have to get the old reclining chair thing outside out and just go sit outside and just frickin' watch some more of The Expanse.
There you go.
Yeah. Beer and Wheaties, that's the original Breakfast of Champions. Good old Budweiser and Wheaties. Actually, the Breakfast of Champion is Budweiser and cold pizza. That's the true college breakfast. I gotta freaking stack all that wood out there. Holy crap, is there a boatload of wood?
What are you going to do with it all?
My neighbor will take it and burn it. Otherwise,
okay.
I'd have him haul it away otherwise, but nah. My neighbor will take it. It might take him a month or two to, haul it all out back, but I don't give a crap. The one good thing I said, cut it in long lengths. We'll break it up. And the two really, really big ones that were really like over the power lines, they were, they got to be 2.5, almost 3 foot in diameter at the bottom of the trunk. They sliced those up for us in pancakes. But they're still, they're literally slabs about freaking this big around. They're huge. But they cut them into like 6-8 inch thick slabs, pancakes. So all we gotta do is take an axe to the middle of it and whack it once or twice and it'll blow apart. Yeah, cut them in 8-10 foot long lengths, and the guy's like, nah. We'll cut them into 4s for you at least. We're not gonna leave them any longer than that. You guys are not gonna be hauling that crap around with your, My neighbor's got a little bit bigger than a saw than I do, but they're still homeowner-y saws. And some of them, the two really big trees that I really wanted down, the rest of it was all just, fluff as far as I'm concerned. I could have taken them down, but they were here. I was paying them. I paid them a flat rate for a set amount of time. And they just freaking went nuts. Anything that was even close to the power lines, the only thing they didn't do was go to the other side of the power lines, which was fine. Really nothing too close.
How many man crew?
There was 4 of them. They ground the 2 big stumps in the driveway, too, that everyone kept hitting. One thing I've learned with stumps, if you're cutting a tree down on the very edge of your driveway, leave a tall stump. With everyone, you cut it to the, just above the ground, everyone tries to drive over it, and it just, the grade. It's worse here because the grade where the tree was just off, and it was on the corner pulling into the garage in front of the house, and everyone would try and pull to the left, and you drive over it. It's not a big deal with the tire, but then the grade's just enough where the frame of the car would smack into it, especially these people driving their little Priuses and stuff. I had a Prius stuck on it with the wheels up in the air. We drove up onto it and got stuck there. And you couldn't see it. It was only sticking up like 2 or 3 inches out of the ground.
That'd be fun to hit with the snowplow.
Huh?
That'd be a lot of fun to hit with a snowplow.
We don't really plow anyways. I usually shovel that area just for that reason. Most people around here don't use, because especially where it's a dirt driveway, they use a flex plow anyways, so it's not really a big deal. They're used to hitting shit like that. Almost nobody uses a steel plow around here anymore. Everything's plastic. I think the state's the only one that actually has steel plows anymore. I know even our local town went to all the flex plastics.
And it's because the roads are so full of potholes.
Well, a lot of the roads are dirt around here, too. There's a lot of dirt roads around here. The back roads and little side roads and crap. Not everything's paved. Most of it is now. Actually, I think all the town roads are paved. I think the last couple of years, they've paved all the town roads. I don't think there's a dirt town road left.
They still do the oil with the sand over it in the summertime?
No, we've gotten to the reclaim where they run the reclaimer over it. It's basically a fancy fucking grinding lawnmower. And it grinds like the inch off. They add more oil and new asphalt to it, and we'll just lay it right back down again. They just chip it up. They chip up like an inch or two. Add a little new asphalt to it, some oil, and drop it right back down again.
That's cool.
When the crushed stone or crushed slate. It used to be crushed slate mixed with oil that they'd put on top. State's got all the reclaimers now, so saves a lot of money. I think it does a better job too. Leaves a better surface. You don't freaking drive over it for a week like they do it right outside your house, and you drive over it for a week, and then you go to look at the bottom of your car, and it's got an undercoating of crushed stone. You don't really get that anymore with it. But the only thing I don't like about it is the way it packs. You always get the 2 troughs in the road now from where everybody drives.
Oh yeah,
it packs down faster there. Even after they roll it with a roller, you still, it packs a little more with the reclaimers afterwards than it does with the crushed stone.
Keep you in the groove though when the roads are icy.
Yeah, not really. It actually makes it worse. You start doing you try and get out of the groove, and it goes whoa. We didn't really, last couple of years, we have not gotten that much snow. We don't really get that much snow, especially right here on the shore. We never got that much snow here on the shore. It has been a really warm winter for the last couple of years. Last year, we did get a bunch of snow, but it didn't last. I think the longest was a week and a half. We kept it on the ground. After that, it melted away. This year, we didn't have anything last more than 24 hours.
Wow.
Doreen, what time are you leaving for Rick's Thursday? Not a freaking clue. Why? I don't know. Why are you asking me stupid shit? Whenever I get motivated.
When I was a kid, we used to do a lot of paving. My dad's construction company. Ever been to the High Life Fronton in Hartford? Remember that?
Yeah, I think I went there once.
We paved the parking lots for that place.
I went to the one in
Milford?
Where the hell was it? Way up northern corner. I used to work right up the street from it. Used to drive up there every day. What a moron. That was over an hour every day, each direction. go work for a mortgage company for $250 a week. Those are the days, and that was plenty of money.
Highlight's boring to watch, though.
Yeah, I never got into the highlight. I think I've watched that half a dozen times. Yes, Doreen's that drunk lady from the stream that one time. My brother decided he wants to get back with her. I don't frickin' understand why. I thought I was rid of her. No, my brother's talking about getting back with her. I'm like, no, please, no.
You ever go to Plainfield? Watch the dogs run?
No, I'm not worried about that. Nah, I'm not a big gambler. Like, even going to the Mohegan Sun, I'd go and I'd hang out and play the slots for 10 minutes and maybe a little blackjack, but I go to the Mohegan Sun once in a while just because they have like the 3D movie motion theater thing. We get in the chair and the chair, rises up on the hydraulics and, it's like a projected on the dome. And it's like an amusement ride even though you never leave.
I was putting air in the chair decades ago, but it didn't smell so good.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ben.
Whatever.
Yeah, my dad used to own greyhounds. He used to run them at Plainfield.
Yeah. I was never into the gambling all that much. I went down to New Jersey to Trump Towers once. That was a waste of money. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I had a good time. They used to do the tours back then. You get on the bus. It was basically a 24-hour tour because it's 6 or 7 hour drive down there and 6 to 7 hour drive back. And you spend 12 hours there, so it's a 24-hour bus tour. It was like $50 for the bus, and you had to bring a minimum of $200 with you. So it was $250 to go for the trip for the day. And you hang out, and that includes food and everything. They feed you the whole time you're there. All that crap.
I used to like to watch the dogs run in West Palm. I lived about maybe a mile or so from the track, and I used to go over there when I was out of work for a little while. I used to go over there, and 9 out of 10 times I'd pay for my day and come home with a couple of bucks in my pocket.
Yeah. When I went down to the Trump freaking thing, I actually got ahead. I was up like $500. And I sat in the bar all by myself because no one sits in the bar in the freaking thing. I was like, I'm not going to go gamble anymore. Sat there for like an hour and I was like, you know what? Enough. I'll go spend $20, gamble some more. Next thing I know, I was freaking broke again. But still, I mean, in all reality, sure, I spent $250, but you can easily spend $250 on a night out. So, whatever.
It was Canadian Liquor Project was live.
I don't begrudge freaking spending $250 on a 24-hour trip like that. And that was back in the mid '90s, I guess, when I went down there.
You got to look at it as entertainment.
Yeah, well, that's just it. It's just like going out for a night, going out with your friends for a night and going to see a concert or and making a night of it. You go and you dinner and drinks, the concert, hang out after. You spend more than $250. I got my $250 worth of entertainment out of it, that's for sure. Plus, that was fed and everything, like I said, and the food wasn't even bad. It was decent food.
My dad used to do good with the horses. He was always with the horses. We used to go up to Great Barrington Fair in the summertime. We used to do horse races there up in the southwest corner of Massachusetts. And then down here in Florida, he retired in a place that was right next to Pompano Harness Track.
Yep. Oh, what time is it? It's a little after 10.
Yes, Robbie Mack. Ron is live right now. Canadian Maker Project is streaming.
Good for him. I was about ready to cut it anyways.
He hasn't been on in a few weeks.
He's been on, just not on his own. Actually, he uploaded a video like 2 or 3 days ago. That's all right. He's a little wrong. He's just wrong. He cracks me up. He's not a bad person. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He can run. Oh, I really should like finish working on that printer. I just have no ambition to do a damn thing.
Looks like you're doing a good job of it.
Well, I did get the fan duct on. I haven't really wired anything up yet, but I got the fan duct mounted. It looks like it should work okay. Might blow on the block a little too much, but I'm over it. It's just a test piece anyways. $11 pitchers of beer add up quick. Yeah,
I used to get pictures for $2.
Strip club easy. Too many strip clubs around here. There's like a whole row of strip clubs down in Groton because you got all the naval bases. You got the sub base. You got
Coast Guard.
Sub base. You got EB. You have the National Guard base. They're all like one right after another. So there's literally like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strip clubs, like literally side by side. You can just walk from one to the other.
I didn't know they had dog track in New Hampshire, Ben. Have a good day, Mr. B. Nice seeing you.
Yeah, I'm going to kill it, guys.
All right, I'll see you over at Ron's stream.
Been another happy day in paradise.
Enjoy. Get a nap.
Yeah, I got to wait for the real estate agent. He's going to show up in an hour. Anyway, I'm out. Go watch nakedron.com.
Bye.
Later, guys.